Warning! What cards do we still have left? Too much cards rotate just so fast. I don't know what to play. How next? Making new decks will be complex. It's about to what you used to know. Tapu Lele, Guzma, hits a no. Gusting disappear like sun to snow. The former will lose tempo. Ability locked with a low mark. It's finally gone, that totally sucks. Jirachi will go crazy up. Consistency, yeah, that's what's up. No more controls or war to trade. Making new decks will be our fate. Listen up to what I have to say and discover what is left, okay? Yes, episode 218. Which deck survived the rotation? Let's go! What's up YouTube, it's TCG here and welcome to episode 218 on my channel. As you know, on my channel we talk about the latest cards and best new decks in town and also the best competitive TCG information in town. So be sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out, and also hitting that little notification bell will make sure you get updated automatically when a new video pops up on the channel. Today we'll feature of course the rotation once more. We already talked about the rotation in the last video. That was of course all the cards were missing from the Sun and Moon set. Of course Sun and Moon base set, Guardians Rising, Burning Shadows, Crimson Invasion and Shining Legends get all rotated out just before Worlds on the 15th of August. As you can see here, we already talked about all the cards we're losing, but right now we're interested in what we have left. Which cards do we still have left in the format to make decks with? Which decks are gonna actually survive the rotation? And which decks will have it hard to adapt? That is going to be the topic of today's video. So if you're already interested in this video, definitely stick around. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to leave a like because that helps out the channel tremendously. So without further ado, let's just talk about it. The rotation takes place of course on the 15th of August, one day before Worlds. And it's going to be Ultra Prism on. So right now, we don't have a lot of things in the format. So this is going to be the topic here. What do we have left? And this is going to be Pokemon Search. I actually categorized it by like, you're gonna see in a minute here, I made a couple of slides meaning Pokemon Search, Gusting effects, ability block, what is still currently left in the format. Of course, this is just temporary because Unified Minds, the set that is gonna get released on the 2nd of August, is definitely gonna have a huge impact. We're gonna hopefully hope for reprint cards and maybe some new engines to help certain decks out, because right now, the format is going to be looking pretty stale. We don't have a lot of ball search. As you can see, the things we have is Mysterious Treasure, searching out a Pokemon, a Psychic type or a Dragon type. It's pretty similar to Ultra Ball. It's actually a little bit better, but only works for Psychic and Dragon types. Nut Ball is great for grass types. You can search a basic grass type energy, or you can search a grass Pokemon, a basic grass type Pokemon straightly from the deck and put it in the hand. Very great engine here because not only you get energies with this card, you also get a Pokemon. Lure Ball is actually very clunky. You flip 3 coins for each head. You can put an evolution water type from your discard pile into your hand. We have Friend Ball, which lets you search your deck for a Pokemon with a type that the opponent also has in play. So let's say the opponent has a Psychic type in play. When you play Friend Ball, you can also search your deck for a Psychic type. We have Beast Ball, which might see a little bit of play because Ultra Beasts are gonna have it good after rotation. We're gonna see Beast Ball here. It lets you look at the your phrase down prize cards and let you pick one Ultra Beast and you swap Beast Ball with that Ultra Beast. So if you play a lot of one-off Ultra Beasts, you're definitely gonna maybe use Beast Ball as an engine here, because as you know, for Ball engine we lose Nest Ball and Ultra Ball, which are huge. This video is all about what we have left. Pokemon Communication is awesome. I think this one will see a lot of play in decks besides grass types and Psychic types. There's going to be the case where you can use Pokemon Communication, put one Pokemon card from the hand, and you can swap it all the way to another Pokemon in your deck. Then Duskstone is awesome. Basically like an Evo Soda, aka Wally or whatever, but only works on Misdreavus, Murkrow, Doublade, and Lampent. It lets you search your deck for an evolution Pokemon of those Pokemon and evolve it immediately, so Duskstone. So if you're playing something like a Honchkrow GX deck, you're still gonna have it good because you can search it out. Electromagnetic Raider, similar to Ultra Ball, but this time around you can get 2 Pokemon out, and that's going to be 2 Lightning type GXs. So if you're playing a Dedenne based deck, Dedenne GX, and you're playing like Pikarom or something, you're definitely still gonna have it good, although there's gonna be also a lot of cards you're gonna be losing. We're gonna talk about the archetypes in a minute, so it's gonna be full detailed video. Professor Elm's lecture, searching your deck for 3 Pokemon with 60 HP or less, is definitely going to be a main key in my opinion. Professor Elm's lecture combined with communication will make sure that certain decks still have a lot of consistency. If you're having a Pokemon with more than 60 HP, we still have Pokemon Fan Club that you put 2 basic Pokemon from the deck straightly into your hand. Ultra Space is fantastic. Of course, things like Brooklyn Hill get rotated out and stuff, so we're gonna have to have a stadium card that searches Pokemon out. Ultra Space is awesome. Lets you search your deck once during your turn to just get an Ultra Beast directly. That's going to be very good in a lot of Ultra Beast decks. So Ultra Space is definitely gonna see an increase in play after rotation. And then there's going to be some Pokemon search engine here. We have Dunsparce with Strike and Run. We have not seen that scene play at all. But I do predict that Dunsparce might have it good in the future because we're going to be losing a lot of things. Maybe people will run with 4 Dunsparce, so you can start with it, attach an energy and search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon and put them directly onto your bench. What does this mean? You use the attack, they are automatically benched, so it's pretty similar to Adam's Lecture, and then the next turn you can evolve all of them immediately, so that's going to be fantastic. Not only that, after you've done that, you can switch this Dunsparce with one of your bench Pokemon, so you can switch to a wall Pokemon like a Chocolate GX, for example. It all depends on your playstyle. We have Grovyle. Grass types will still have it good. We have Nutball and Grovyle, making sure you have consistency. Sunshine Grace, once during your turn you can search your deck for a grass type Pokemon and put it in the hand. That's going to be very powerful indeed. And we also have Nidoqueen with Queen's Call. You can search your deck for a Pokemon that is not a GX or EX once during your turn. So those are the Pokemon engines we still have left. I think it's pretty stale. I'm definitely going to be missing Ultra Ball. If Ultra Ball gets a reprint and Unified Minds, disregard this section because a lot of people will grab to those 4 copies of Ultra Ball as we've known. As of that, Ultra Ball always gets reprinted, so we're just still praying and hoping that it's also going to get a reprint. But Nesball, I don't know. If Nesball gets reprinted or not, that is a whole different topic here. But we're going to continue on this video. So as for ball engines, what can we conclude? Which types still have it good? Grass types have it good with Sunshine Grace and the Netball. We have Psychic types will still have it good with, of course, the Mysterious Treasure. Same goes for Dragon types. And then Ultra Beasts in general will still have it good thanks to Ultra Space. Other than that, the search engine for other types is going to be very, very difficult. Let's say you want to get yourself a Salazzle search engine out to draw some cards. Well, it's going to be very difficult. You don't have Netball, you don't have Ultra Ball unless they get reprinted. Moving forward, drawing cards. We're still good in the drawing department. We have Cynthia, of course, a very awesome supporter. We have Lily, Erica's Hospitality. We have Sightseer, Ingo and Amit, Welder, and Judge. What can we conclude here is that we are not going to be missing any draw engines whatsoever. Most decks definitely run like Lily or Cynthia, so on that note, we are not missing anything at all. Erica's Hospitality is also being seen in a lot of decks, and then Sightseer and Ingo and Amit might see more play. Those cards let you discard cards and then draw cards. Sightseer lets you just discard as many cards from your hand as you want, and then draw cards until you have 5 in the hand. And Ingo and Amit lets you look at the top card of your deck, and then you can choose the following: discard your hand, draw 5 cards, and then of course you can also choose discard your hand and draw 5 cards from the bottom. And all depending on your top card that you see there, you have a decision to make here. But I do predict that these 2 cards will see an increase in play for those decks that rely on energies in the discard pile because Ultra Ball is gone, and you want to have, of course, those energies sometimes in the discard pile. Think about Malamar decks and maybe even Executor decks, for example, that also will rely on energies in the discard pile. We have Welder. Very awesome for fire Pokemon. Fire Pokemon will still also have it good. They don't have the ball engine behind them, but they do have, of course, the energy acceleration. And then Judge, of course, Marshadow is gone, so Judge will be the only card being able to disrupt the opponent's hand. Okay. Drawing cards, we also have Pokemon that draw cards. We have Swampert with Power Draw, still in the format. Ludicolo as well. I don't predict those seeing a lot of play. Brooklyn Hill will be gone, Ultra Ball will be gone, and Nesball will be gone, so it's gonna be very hard to get these up and rolling. But if you can somehow get a Swampert out, maybe you're relying on a Alolan Ninetales GX engine to get this out, or maybe you're running the Green Search to just get, of course, the cards you want. It's gonna be very difficult to, of course, get those puzzle pieces. How do you get a Stage 2 Water type into your hand? Indeed, you're gonna have to be playing a lot of copies in your deck. But maybe we're gonna be seeing like a 4-1-4 line, for example, because we don't have the ball engines anymore. So we're gonna have to run tick lines in order to draw naturally into them. Zebstrika is also a big help here. If you can get Zebstrika out with Sprint, you can discard your hand, draw 4 cards. And then for fire decks, Salazzle is OP. It's the same effect as Heat Factory, which you'll see in the right corner here. Roost Reveal, once during your turn, discard a fire energy, drawing 3 cards. Same goes for that Heat Factory. So fire Pokemon will have a lot of draw engine behind them. So maybe they just play a tick line, a 4-4 Salazzle line, combined with Heat Factory, combined with 4 copies of Welder, and maybe some Pokegears, and they will still have it good. Mismagius can also help out in those heavy tag team decks. It lets you just, once during your turn, you can knock this Pokemon out and you can draw cards until you have 7 in the hand. This can mean, let's say you play a quad deck, a quad Sylveon Gardevoir for example, and you just decide to knock Mismagius out. Doesn't matter too much, they still have to knock out 2 tag team GXs, so in that regard Mismagius can also be kind of a big help. Dedenne GX, of course, lightning decks will rely on electromagnetic radar, so DD charge is the ability of Dedenne and will help, of course, with the consistency. You definitely want to dig into puzzle pieces. For example, Pikarom will definitely need their energy switches, their Tapu Koko Prism Star, and without Netball, or actually Nestball, it's going to be hard to just search that out. Maybe we're going to play like a Pikarom deck with a couple of Dedennes in there, a lot of communication, a lot of Pokemon, so you can get this correct Pokemon at the correct time. We also have Lost Blender to just draw 1 card and put 2 cards in the Lost, so could help out to draw. We have Acrobike and Judge Whistle, so all of these cards are item cards that will allow you to go aggressively into your deck. Now, this is gonna be the slide here where I'm just saying, scratching my head. Gusting Cards. We only have 2 left. If I just overlooked the entire format as we have, and I can only come up with those 2 cards. Gusting Catcher will see a huge amount of play because Gusting is always the key to win. How many times have you Guzma for your success and for your win? Well, that's the thing right here. Gusting Catchers, if you got 2 of them in the hand, you can just select one of the opponent's Pokemon, drag it to the active position. If you play 1, you can use an Oranguru, draw until you have 3 cards in the hand. So we're also going to miss Oranguru in that regard. So if we just go back here with drawing cards, the things we will miss here, of course, is Oranguru and what else? Zoroark. Yeah, those are the most important drawing cards that we'll miss. So for Gusting effects, Lycanroc is gone. We already knew that. If you're interested in seeing what is gone, definitely check the link in the description. That is also a separate video. But for now, we're focusing on the things we have left. Custom Catcher, pretty similar, like, of course, the Bloodthirsty Eyes, and we're also missing Guzma and Pokemon Catcher and and the Counter Catcher. Yeah, we still have Custom Catcher. Will be capable of seeing success with Green Search. Green Search, if you don't have abilities in play, you can rely on getting 2 Custom Catchers with a Green Search, which will be actually a Lysandre as, of course, the effect here. Ninetales, Fire decks have it good. I cannot complain here. Like, we're definitely going to talk about the decks and what cards they will lose here. So Ninetales will be a great inclusion if you just want to have that Guzma, let's say in Blacephalon decks and Reshiram Charizard decks and Baby Blacephalon decks. Still want to have Guzma as an effect, or actually Lysandre. You can rely on this Ninetales with 9 Temptations. Once during your turn, you may discard 2 Fire Energies from your hand. If you do, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with the active Pokemon. So you still have the option Bloodthirsty Eyes as Ninetales. You can do that every turn. Once during your turn, discarding 2 Fire Energies. You can get them back with Fire Crystal or Flame Crystal. I don't know what's it called in the English translation, but you know what I mean. You can get your energies back and it's going to be fantastic. So yeah, Fire decks have it good with Gusting. Other decks will have to rely on Custom Catcher. Ability Block. Yeah, with a little Mug being gone, a lot of consistency cards will run loose, like Jirachi for example and all that stuff. Yeah, ability block, we still have the slacking left. With triple accelerated energy, you can get this guy rolling, and addition at 160, you can discard the energy, doesn't matter at all, and that means you can rely on, the ability block with lazy. Everything has no abilities, and slacking has 160 HP, deals 160 damage with triple accelerated energy. You can have a consistent damage output, so I do think slacking might see a little bit of play because a lot of people will, of course, grab onto those ability Pokemon like Naganadel, like Malamar. Those still survive the rotation, so maybe slacking might see a little bit of success. Unmanned Power Plant is going to be great to shut down the abilities of GX and EXs, but seeing as Zoroark has already left the format when the rotation is active, I don't see this card seeing any kind of success unless something comes out that is just broken as a GX with abilities. Up next is Glaceon. Glaceon is pretty much dead. It's still in the format, but Energy Evolution Eevee is gone. I know a lot of people say, oh no, McDonald's promo, but that doesn't matter at all. It is still leaving the format, so Eevee is gone. Aqua Patch is gone. Double Claw's energy is gone. Glaceon won't be seeing success, but it does shut down abilities. Okay, next, Recovery, and this is gonna be very sad for me. I'm gonna miss Rescue Stretcher a lot. We're gonna have to rely on Resource Management, their Oranguru from Ultra Prism, or Brock's Grid, but that is a supporter. And without Tapu Lele GX searching that supporter out, I don't want to be running a lot of Brock's Grid in the deck. Maybe Pokegear can help with consistency, but Brock's Grid can shuffle 6 in any combination of basic energy cards and and Pokemon in general. So it's basically like 2 Super Rods in one. but then it's a supporter. And then I also put Mewtwo in here because Mewtwo can get back a supporter from the discard pile on the top of the deck if we smack it down. So things like Brock's Grit can actually get a repeat and use here. So maybe Mewtwo, Brock's Grit. You only need one Brock's Grit, maybe a lot of Pokegears. It could happen, but there's not a lot of ways to get back cards from the discard pile. Pokemon cards, that is. Okay. Now we're here with consistency. Consistency boosters for your deck. If you want to have a post rotation and you want to be having that extra consistency, then the thing I can just say is that Jirachi is your main star. It cannot be shut down anymore by a little muck and all that good stuff. So Jirachi is going to be key. Macargo is also awesome, putting a card that you want on top of the deck. And the Pidgeotto can immediately draw that out with Airmail. Look at the top two cards. One goes to the hand, one to the bottom of the deck. So awesome to see that. And there's also Alolan Ninetales GX, which is awesome. Mysterious Guidance has been good, and we'll definitely see an increase in play. Although we do lose Alolan Vulpix with Beacon, Alolan Ninetales still has a strong ability, which is the same effect as a Green Surge. So if you're heavily reliant on abilities, let's say Jirachi and stuff, then Alolan Ninetales is going to be the key to get your items out. It is a GX though, it is weak to metal, but seeing as fire will be so huge, you don't have to worry about the metal weakness at all. Who cares to play metal? I know Metal Frying Pan survives, but you know, that's not very consistent, right? Persian GX, if a GX gets knocked out, you can get 2 cards from the deck immediately to the hand. And with triple accelerated energy, you can definitely pack quite the punch with Vengeance. Although with the loss of Ultra Ball, it's going to be very hard to get all those Pokemon in the discard to deal more damage with Vengeance. There's of course the Danny GX, which you can use once during your turn, discarding your entire hand to just get more Pokemon in the discard pile. But definitely Ultra Ball is definitely going to be a huge deal. Also Nest Ball, because yeah, if you want to get Macargo out, you're definitely going to be playing a ticker line of Macargo because Nest Ball is gone. You want to draw naturally into those consistency cards. Bill's Analysis, also very nice. Looks at the top 7 cards, get 2 trainer cards, so pretty similar like Jirachi, Stellar Witch, but a little bit more powerful, but it's a supporter. Pokénav, look at the top 3 cards, you may reveal a Pokemon or energy card you find there. So if you just want to go faster, finding a Pokemon, Pokénav can maybe do the trick here. It's gonna be interesting to see how people will be making decks. And then Pokegear, if you want to search faster into a supporter of choice, look at the top 7 cards and choose a supporter you find there. So those are consistency cards. And as we've seen, consistency cards that have seen success, Zoroark is gone, so no more you can rely on trade and all that stuff. So we're gonna have to be doing it with this as of late. Then for Wall and Stall, the section here that gets very thinned out. Hoopa is gone, Acerola is gone, Max Potion is gone, Plumeria is gone. So the list continues. Wall and Stall do not have it great. We still have also Enhanced Hammer is gone. Crushing Hammer still is in thanks to a Secret Rare and Ultra Prism, so don't forget about that. We have Crushing Hammers, we have Faba, we have Wondrous Labyrinth, and then you have these kind of stalls. We have 300 HP on the Wailord with the bodybuilding pads or whatever that's called. You know what it is to get 50 extra HP if you have a 4 retreat cost. Well, that could help out. We have a little Ninetales Luminous Barrier, so the ability of Scandrel Guard of Hoopa is still around, but in the ability of a little Ninetales, but it also comes with Celesteela GX. This one also cannot get attacked by GX cards. So that is all for Wall Install. So if you're playing a Wall Install deck, I'm afraid to say it, but it's definitely going to be very tough for you since you're losing all those great cards. Lusamine is still in the format, but without having to loop things like Acerola and Plumeria. I don't know if it's even gonna be a thing. Although, yeah, here we continue on. Decks that will survive the rotation. Yeah, Ultra Necrozma Malamar. Why is that? The only thing that Ultra Necrozma Malamar will be missing is like Ultra Ball. There's things that you can search out your energies with Viridian Forest, you can search out your Inkates with Mysterious Treasure, and there's even the capability of maybe running 1 copy of the Ultra Space to maybe search your Ultra Necrozma out if you really want to. There's also Dawn Wings, which you can use for the switching effect. Guzma is also gone, so maybe you can play custom catchers. I don't know, it's gonna be very hard to just target something on the opponent's side of the field. For fire decks, like Blacephalon does not lose a lot of things. The only thing that Blacephalon is losing is going to be like Guzma and Ultra Balls. You can just overcome that by just getting, of course, more Ultra Space into your Blacephalon deck. And yeah, for the Gusting effect, play maybe a 2-2 line of Ninetales. As soon as Ninetales hits the field, you're definitely gonna have it great to have that Guzma effect. You have so much energies, you can rely on that yeah, Temptation ability of Ninetales, targeting something, get the energies back with Naganadel. So I do think that Blacephalon Naganadel is definitely gonna survive the rotation. So if you're wondering what to invest money in, Blacephalon Naganadel is definitely gonna be a key. Ultra Necrozma Malamar might be losing like the Ultra Balls, but but you still have 4 Mysterious Treasure, and there's also gonna be a way, just play a very thick Malamar line, a 4/4 line will be a must, and for a lone Executor Chuckle, the things they will be losing is of course the Marshadow. They like to use Marshadow let loose, and the thing you can maybe run is like acrobikes for the. They already run custom catchers, so there's no problem right there. I do think that you have to play a thicker line of the Dragon Alolan Executor, since you still have Netball left, you still have the Mysterious Treasure left, so you still have a lot of options to get your Alolan Executor out. And Chuckle is just so easy to grab it with Netball, get it in the discard pile, and then Tropical Shake will be dealing a lot of damage. So I do see a lot of success for Ultra Necrozma Malamar, Blacephalon Naganadel, and Alolan Executor Chuckle. So these decks definitely remain in my book, even if Unified Minds does not give us anything of that we want. There's definitely gonna be like support item cards and all that good stuff. We definitely need Ball Engines, but if we don't get that at all, we don't see an Ultra Ball reprint, those were the decks that I foresee that are going to be very good at Worlds. Okay, decks that will adapt easily. Pikarom, I know we are losing Nazball. That is going to be very disruptive, because we definitely want to search out our Tapu Koko Prism Star. There's still Pokemon Communication, run thick line of Pokemon, run Pokemon Communication, run the Danny GX, run Electromagnetic Charger to just get your Lightning GX off the field. And with the help of the Danny GX, you're definitely going to go fast into your deck and definitely set your full Blitz up, so that deck will adapt easily. Reshiram Charizard will be just playing a thick line of the Salazzle. As mentioned, there's no Nazball, no Ultra Ball, so just play a 4/4 line of Salazzle to just get that support, draw support engine rolling. And then of course with Welder, you're definitely going to have it good. Still a very great card. Baby Blacephalon, same story. If you just are losing your Nazballs, don't worry about it. Play Ultra Space, you can search your Blacephalon out that way. Not only that, you can also be playing a split line of Ultra Space and Shrine to just get some damage counter around. And of course with Welder, this deck is definitely going to survive. A fire deck is always good. Rayquaza, now you might say it loses Vikavolt. That is correct, but Rayquaza is still capable to set itself up with the Stormy Winds. There is the Latias Prism Star that can search your set up your Dragon type Pokemon there to drop off from Dragon Majesty. And there is of course Tapu Koko Prism Star. Combine that all in a package, you definitely have enough energies on board. And there's also a way to play Rayquaza with Naganadel. The Naganadel is also being part of the Blacephalon deck. So Rayquaza Naganadel definitely seeing some success and some sort in that kind of deck. Okay, now decks that will have it really hard to adapt. Yeah, Zapdos Jirachi in Pain in the Heart. We are losing Escape Rope and of course Guzma. The switching kind of effect is going to be very hard to overcome. And I don't see like a big future ahead of it, although you can play a lot of Ultra Beast and play Ultra Space to just search them out at the correct time. It's definitely gonna be a hard way to just overcome that, because Zapdos usually relies on Guzmaing target weak basics early game. If you cannot use Guzma and Escape Rope, playing Custom Catcher might be a thing, because you can use Voltner to search your energy, and of course a Custom Catcher if you already have one in the hand. So it might be able to just be very good, but I still think it's gonna be hard. The playstyle has used like Stellar Wish, Guzma and all that stuff. We're losing Guzma Escape Rope, so I think playing 4 switches and 4 escape boards is definitely gonna be key, but then Absol becomes an ultimate counter against that deck. So I don't know. Quagsire Naganadel, it loses Aqua Patch. It can still survive. Wishful Baton is still in the format, saw a reprint as a secret rare, but losing Aqua Patch will make the deck a little bit slower than I'd like it to be, so that's why I'm putting it here as well. Celebian Venusaur is definitely a tanky Pokemon, but with a lot of fire in the format, I think it will be very hard to adapt. It's going to be way too slow, since we're also losing double Colorless Energy, and without double Colorless Energy, you still need 3 attachments on the Celebian Venusaur. Maybe you will have to play things like Wishful Bait. I don't even think so, because yeah, as soon as a tag team sees the discard, the other one is set up, you can no longer rely on buff padding and all that. I don't know. And also Max Potion is gone, not that you're using that, but that can also be kind of a blessing, since Guzma is gone. People will be playing the Shamans from Lost Thunder to heal up damage, and as they have trouble to just Guzma them out, maybe Celebi and Venusaur have it good, even though you need an extra turn to attach. Gardevoir and Sylveon, it's gonna be pain in the heart to say this, but it's gonna be very hard to adapt. We don't have Acerola and we don't have Max Potion, and this is gonna be very hard. Usually you would run Robombi to stop things like Guzma, but people will not be playing Guzma because it's out of the format. And although this Gardevoir and Sylveon can set itself up with Fairy Song, it's gonna be very hard. The opponent will just smack the active and you're just sitting like, oh, I need like a switch card or something, or maybe yeah, it's gonna be hard because you move the energies around and there's gonna be a damage Gardevoir and Sylveon on the bench. Although with Guzma gone, people might be having it harder to just target that damaged Pokemon. But maybe this deck just needs to play 4 copies of Super Scoop Up, which is still in the format. Could be a thing, but I think these decks will have it hard to adapt. But now, the question we all have to ask ourselves, how is the format gonna go? I am definitely curious in your opinion. For me personally, I hope that we get some good ball engine cards and reprints and Unified Minds. Unified Minds comes out in the beginning of August, then we have 2 weeks time until I am ready for Worlds. So I wonder what deck I'll be playing, but right now, if I just go back on what information I have here that I created, I think Alone Executor Shuckle might be a very fun way to just go about this. And now I'm curious in your opinion, which decks do you think will survive and will see play at the World Championships, considering we don't have any information yet on Unified Minds? Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and if you like these kinds of videos, be sure to demolish the like button, subscribe for more Pokemon TCG content, and I will see you guys in the internationals in Berlin, because that's coming up next weekend. Anyhow, have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
If you wanna go and test a deck that isn't played a lot in this format, then listen to what I'll say. If you wanna go and try it out with me, let me know how it does in a tournament. I think it could be really great. Chilling on Sundays while new ideas pop in my brain.